Hello there, friends. Welcome to Start Early Today, your daily dose of fiery inspiration. We talk about things that really work, and we inspire and prime ourselves early in the morning so that our whole day will become aligned and focused and centered towards our aspirations. What does this look like for you? What are your aspirations lately, and how have you been relating to it? Are you allotting time for the goals that have been important in your mind? So knowing what's important and urgent, that's one thing that we are going to talk about. If you keep on busying yourself with urgent things such as household chores and bills, there will be no time left for your big, hairy, audacious goals. So make time, allot 2 hours to move that needle however it may be for you, and you'll find out when you try. So try increasing your reps, and within a span of time, let's say 90 days of 2 hours a day, you can assess, you can reflect, and from there you'll adjust your actions. So focusing on effectivity rather than efficiency. Efficiency is just banging out things as much as you can in a short amount of time. Efficiency is a great number of done things, but a big quantity of done things does not necessarily mean meaningful, or does not necessarily mean that it's of service to your highest goal. But effectivity, on the other hand, provides impact. So what are these effective things? Maybe instead of repeating your actions from the years that you've been doing the same thing and expecting different results, maybe try reaching out to different people, maybe try a new approach, maybe try a new method, maybe learn a new skill that is apropos and also aimed at this thing that you truly want. But the first thing you need to do is to clarify what it is you're aiming for, because if you don't have a goal, if you don't have an aim, you're there already, and you'll become a victim of the external world's complexities. And that is what we are trying to not avoid, but we try to look at it as distractions, as our means of discerning what is signal than noise. So cut out the noise, cut out distractions, and it is up to you. You have the levers of the things that you're gonna do more of and you're gonna do less of, the things that you're gonna start and the things that you're gonna stop. So watch your habits. Where are you hanging out in your head? Where are you hanging out in your mind? And who are these people are you listening to? Are you consuming endless propaganda or the news? The news is taking up your vital energy, your attention, and there is no reason to become upset or riled up about anything that you cannot do something about right here, right now. So tune into the things that you can control. You can control your attitude towards a thing. You can control your perception towards a certain person, his or her behavior, others, loved ones. You can control your perception towards an event, towards a result. But what you have within your control is the amount of energy you put into it. And how many reps are you giving towards this goal? If you can stay on a goal for straight 2 hours, you can dive into deep work. You can create something that is of value to the people and bringing it to the people. If it's music, let the spirit of the muses run through your fingertips and practice playing an instrument. So whatever it is that is yearning to be expressed through you, don't avoid it. I mean, jump into it, surrender to it, don't resist it. Dive into it, lean in and step into it. So, how are you? How have you been? How are you in relation to this ultimate person that you aspire to be? Because if our focus is not for the evolution and growth of our being, we'll stay stagnant. And not to put it down, or there's a great gift also in sitting still, but in sitting still in full alignment and in mindfulness, in wakefulness, in full alertness of what you truly are, is using the gift of life in full force. As we discussed yesterday, to hug a bigger domain of reality. And reality is malleable if you cultivate your imaginative faculty. So imagine yourself as best as it can be. What does that mean? Become specific. What does this look like? What does this person look like? What does she do? What does she or he do? He does. He do. She does. Yeah. How is it presenting itself to people, situations? Does he or she walk into situations for furthering the growth of mutual parties? Meaning, are you showing up to places that is benefiting yourself and its surroundings, becoming mutually beneficial with your surroundings and yourself? This is riding the wave of the Tao. Become natural and flow with in full capacity. Give it your all. If you keep it to yourself, it stays the same, and you'll end up with these imaginations of what could have been, and you're gonna be filled up with regret if you don't jump in and really take the risk. Everything's a risk. Jump into the risk of embarrassment. Develop a thick skin. Because to think about it seriously, nobody's really thinking about anybody. Everybody's too busy thinking about themselves. This is called the spotlight effect. Nobody really cares. So might as well learn from your embarrassments or mistakes. See if your idea works. See if it will fly. And you'll recognize if people respond. If they respond in a positive way, if they are receiving value from you, you'll know it. And there's no greater feeling than that. Because we're here to help each other out. Each other is your self-manifest. And we're here to provide our contribution to lift each other up. As for me, I'm so into personal growth, mindfulness, creativity, putting things together and unleashing one's full potential. And some people are just hesitant and resistant to look into their dreams in the eye. And their future self is just there. It's been said that we live two lives. The life that you live right now, and the unlived life that is sleeping inside of you. But with enough curiosity, with enough stirring of the soup, trying new things, you'll have new ideas, new perceptions, new connections with new people that will synergize new value to humanity. So become a proactive person. Take the initiative to better yourself, to cultivate this awesome person that is within you. You know that life is really just waiting for you to wake up, get up, and get yourself together. And in your well put togetherness, the universe, everything that is around you conspires in alignment, in coherence, and you'll recognize oneness with what you think immediately appears in front of you. And with the study and practice of the universal law, the law of perpetual transmutation, the law of vibration, the law of cause and effect, law of gender, law of compensation, law of attraction, vibration, resonance. Everything is alive, everything is beating inside your soul, inside your heart. Soul is not merely a poetic thing. It is the intelligence. It is what beats the heart and what revolves the earth around the sun. It's just, imagine the intelligence of an atom, that electrons are revolving around a nucleus or a proton. And aren't we just that? The earth just revolves in full accuracy around the sun, and sun gives us life, and you are not separate from this intelligence of correctness of the seasons, of the animals, and in nature. Yogananda said, God sleeps in the minerals and the rocks, dreams in the plants, awakens in the animals, and through man knows himself as such. So you are that. Just a quick glimpse of quotes from the Bhagavad Gita and Sri Nisargadatta and the Buddha, and you sprinkle it with a little bit of Buddhist impermanence and the Beatitudes of Christianity. Man, you're well equipped. And the strength of the Stoics. Put that all together, my friend, and then you have come to step into a reality of power. And the whole point of my talk here is to know, I want you to know, and to let it be known, that love is power, and the power is within you, and you have a choice in this eternal now, for now is all there is. All suffering and problems come from remembering and anticipating. It's either or. It's either one of those two. Because in the eternal now, you can shift into heaven by choosing not to become upset by anything and to understand it as it is. Just, it is as it is. Somebody is being less gracious to you. It is what it is. That person is undergoing the lesson of graciousness, and it's none of your business. You should be thankful that you are given this lesson. So the act of gratitude, become thankful. The more you think about the things that you have, start to desire the things that you have, it multiplies. To him that hath more shall be given. A mathematical accuracy, a mathematical truth that has been said in ancient times in the Bible. The Matthew principle, as it has been called. And the Pareto principle is powerful too, that the 20% of the actions bring 80% of the result. It happens in everything, in cities, in the way leaves are designed, the Fibonacci. So watch those 20% of actions that you do that bring you the desired 80% of the results that you're trying to increase. See? Like in a company, only 20% of the employees bring 80% of the profits. Only 20% of your products bring 80% of the sales. It's 80-20. It's law. 80% of your actions bring you, 20% of your actions bring 80% of your happiness. 20% of your strategy or best practices brings 80% of something. So make sure that that 80% is one that is aligned to your goal. Because you might be persistent. You might be persistent in the wrong thing. You might be banging out the 80% effort and getting only 20%. See, these are levers, and you position yourself in the place wherein you are most leveraged. So what are your skills? What are you good at? What do you love? And it's the ikigai thing wherein what does the world need? What's the market willing to pay you for? And what are you good at, and what do you love to do? And find that middle ground and bang on it like it's a hot iron. And then from the results, from the data, you shift your actions, you shift your focus. And the ability to focus is so important too, my friend. So I've just been rereading Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So it's becoming proactive. So taking that initiative to work on yourself and to identify that goal. Next is begin with the end in mind. So once you have become proactive and once you've become an initiative taker, you're leading your life, and that feels so good. You'll become more confident. You'll become more at peace, knowing that all is in control because you're taking accountability. You're taking responsibility for your life, for your days, for your limited time here on earth. You're on it. You're on top of it because you're acting towards the person you intend to become, which is honorable, accountable, responsible, confident, and you commit to things. So that's proactivity. Pushing towards the solution, rather than hiding and avoiding and letting other people drive the bus. Why are you letting other people drive the bus? It's your bus, it's your life, it's your screenplay. So direct it through proper speech and clarity. Okay? But this does not mean that you disregard people around you, because we are not separate. Other people are also you. Treat them as yourself. As you point your finger towards them, you're pointing 3 fingers back to yourself. So it's a game of boomerangs, and we will get into that in number 4. So becoming proactive, and number 2 is beginning with the end in mind. When you begin with the end in mind, we've been talking about how you are to evolve yourself. So begin with that image of yourself as a well put together human. So dress yourself nicely. It starts in the head first. You visualize how this guy moves, how this guy presents himself to other people, to his collaborators. And let's say for a project, you can begin and reverse engineer. So you know the steps on how to get there by envisioning the finished product first. Begin with the end in mind. I visualize a packed show tonight at Bar Frida. Turbogoth is playing with our favorite friends, Young and Friends, Wife Knife, and Dream Prescription. I've been loving playing with bands because it's just a nice community of people getting together, dancing and getting loose. It's almost like a church if you go to a live music venue. So I begin with the end in mind. Everybody's happy, everybody's feeling good. And from there, my body, my whole beingness, my consciousness, my attention will act towards that reality. And the body, it's been said by Joe Dispenza, the body does not know what's real and not real. It just follows what it is being thought. So if you think and believe something is, the body's intelligence acts accordingly. And your body's intelligence is not encapsulated in your skin. It does not end where your skin ends. It goes on. It goes on beyond your skin, 6 inches far from you, and then 6 feet, and then 6 kilometers. That's the whole of reality. Each thought and each act has a ripple effect. And then you get it back as events and circumstances hardened into 3D. So be mindful of your thinking, believing combo. And where are you hanging out? What are you resonating? What are you vibrating? Are you vibrating abundance, creativity, collaboration, creation, godliness? Or is your aura like discombobulated and muddy? You can easily put that together by breathing freely and knowing that you are complete and all is correct. You are correct. Whatever you are the best that you can be, and your uniqueness is a unique the being that's into this world. That's it for today. Feel free to comment and share all of your insights at startearlytoday.com. Namaste. So that's it for today. I hope you had fun. I hope you got inspired. We reached our 20-minute mark. We will continue tomorrow, and please share so that the algorithm knows that we're providing value here, and it will get shared to more people. Okay? Namaste.